Hello friends, very good evening. Welcome back to my YouTube channel, Talent Traders, and myself Bala here. I'm welcome you all to my YouTube channel. And if you are new to my channel, kindly subscribe the channel. And this video, I'm going to discuss about the advanced option strategy, the positional option strategy, how we can effectively use with the Google Sheet. And this weekend, the result and by using our Google Sheet that I'm going to discuss in this video. So how to use that one effectively based on our Google Sheet. And if you want to know more about the Google Sheet also that I'm going to discuss here, how I'm just effectively doing. And one more thing, so in today's live session, we find some opportunities. And this Bank Nifty option, which we find out around 600, maybe a false breakout that is happening 601.35, that I'm expecting 601. So just a 30 paisa, it triggers and then triggers my stop loss of 480 and then return back and closed by 500. So one more stock, Hero Motocar. It's not about today's trade, it's about yesterday's trade around 144, and today it coming down to the same level, and again it is keep on moving down. And Dixon, it triggers and it is lower, but that one which used before 9:30. So that is the logic. Most of the time I'm talking about my live sessions. If you are taking any trades, maybe after 9:30 you can go for. But one more mistakes which we have made today. So before 9:30, that is what a positional breakout 262. No problem. It was closing nearby the same, but maybe the chances for tomorrow or day after tomorrow, there should be a possible on the next trading session. And Monday or Tuesday we can focus the stock. And one more stock, Power Grid. So we find out around 10.2 and it went up to 11.95, 2 rupees. That was given you such opportunity. And in the Indian Bank, we are waiting for a breakout above 77, not provided yet. And HAL, that we find out in the first 15 minutes itself, based on the long build up. The stock, we are expecting for a breakout. Those who are watched my live session, you tracked the stock around, we got after 12:30 somewhere 120 breakout, and now finally it went up to 260. Those who are watched this trade, and we suggested it may be a possible to break out. And also yesterday video also we are talking about this stock, and that wasn't such a good result. And we find out based on our advanced option positional option trading strategy, and that is working well. And the stock option positional trading strategy, simply we are learning 5 different strategies here. Four should be a hedging strategy. One should be a naked. So mostly people who are trying to trade in naked strategies only, they are not used for a hedging strategy. It requires some margins, but the protected way. So risk is limited, like that we are going to approach on this hedging strategy. But it may be in futures you can use it, and once you understood about that concept, so what we are used on that particular strategy. Okay, so at we are nearing to that end. So end of the day, we are going to update the sheet also. And monthly, so we have a lot of stocks which triggers. And in this 2 days, last 2 days, we find out such a good opportunity in put side. So because last 2 days market were moving negative side, and this negative movement, so we find some stock like Kotak Bank. IEX is the perfect one, but even I was missed out the trade. But one of my student who was taken this trade on IEX based on monthly positional, it's about 11.1. So in IEX there is a correlation, and the weekly strike price and the monthly strike price both should be the same, and the entry point also be the same. Look at this, 155 put option 11.1 on a monthly positional basis, and the weekly positional 155, that should be 11 rupees is the entry. So there is a 10 paisa difference between this strike price, and unfortunately it was a huge gap down, 10% lower today, and it was a big move that was triggers the trade. Let I'm going to discuss about the trade IEX 155 call option. That should be my strike price in the put side. Maybe how it is working. So look at this. Here the trigger yesterday around 232, 235 call option time frame 230, 235. Previously it was traded and just confirmed with it's a fresh breakout. Before that it was reaching towards 10.3, but after that the strike price which is moving towards, instead of that 5-minute chart better. no 15-30 minute chart. So let me go to find out how it has became. So here at this point 10.3, but my entry point is 11.1. In monthly position it's about entry point, on weekly is about 11 rupees. So about yesterday's trade, not today, it is happening on our entry. At this point around 2:30, let me look at this time, and on the day itself around 17 it went up to, maybe even a very minimum time frame we can go for. Yesterday at this point 11 rupees, here in this candle uh, 16, and next candle is around 14. So here 230 to 235, that is what the trigger which is happening on the stock, and closed by 19.5, and today it started and it moved up to 39, closed by 32. So from our entry point of 11 rupees, and both monthly and weekly positional within a day holding period, so it's such a big opportunity on this positional basis, and maybe a higher level 250%, but end of the day it's about 180% that gives you result. That was it's showing you here 293 exactly from weekly entry as well as our monthly entry. That was on trade which we triggers our uh, trade point that given you such a good. And MPSs, that was 34 percentage, and Hindustan Unilever, those who are watched 2700 put option, 2700 put option that was triggered. And look at this is also be a trigger, and it is happening today, and 74 is our entry, 74.7. And when did this entry is triggered? 74 at this candle, 73 is started, and yeah, I think around 10:15. So after my live session there is a trade which triggers, and it went up to maximum 97, from 74 to 97, almost 20-25 points. That comparing to that percentage is almost 25% that gives. And take them, and I told you take them is not a today's trade, and it was a few days, and monthly also which is triggered already 54, now to 62. But what is happening on take them, after trigger our entry it was moving down and then returned back. So 2 days holding. So that is the reason positional basis we have some opportunities. Today, many positional and triggers in a put side, and weekly also we got some of the opportunities like Voltas, TCS, TKM, and also the Hindustan Unilever, MPSs. These are all these stocks with triggers, and most of the stocks in call side in 2 days back, that is Monday, Tuesday, with triggers, and it moves well. It went up higher and now returned back due to that 2 days market down. Even Tata Power also 3 rupees it went higher from 10.7, maybe intraday trader may book profit, and now it is closed at the lower level. So if you are following a weekly trade, simply in the first two or 3 days entries and profits if you are getting, and you can exit out. And monthly trade, so we can go for at least the first 3 weeks, that's good enough. And in this first week itself, this is what a second week. First week is about only 2 trading session, and this week is complete 5 trading session. We have a lot more opportunity. NTPC and BEL, how many of them are watching daily live? We are finding the stock BEL, and look at this. Monthly is a 113 call option. Weekly is 114 call option thing. So 5.8 to 8.5 target done in 3 days. So let me go for a BEL 114. It's about weekly entry. In call option weekly entry, look at this point where I marked this around 5.4, and then it went up to 6.3 after our entry, and again it moving down positionally 4.2, again went up to 6, returned back to 4.6, and finally 8.5. So more than 50% which triggers. And even 113, that is what a monthly positional which we are followed by this sheet, and this is also be an entry point around 5.4, and after that there is a lot of opportunity retracement, and finally it reaches to 8.9 rupees today. So that is a good opportunity where we find out in BL, and how many trades which we are finding out, and targeted trade. So Ultratech which is given you, Tata Motor also moves well, and due to the market correction, so now we are in the lower level. But even though this scenario, at the end of this week, HAL is the day one trade 172 538. Huge. L&T, last 2 days we are discussing about 2240 and 2230. 2230 call option would be happening on monthly, sorry, 20, 93 to 152. That's a huge benefit where we are holding for a 2 or 3 days. That was another good opportunity. Almost 11 stocks as of now this week is in profit more than stock, which is almost a 10% profit is about more than 21 stocks after this entry. Now it is 10% profit from our entry point. And some stocks like nearby our entry and moves higher and then returned back to the lower. Some stocks like which I am focusing Dixon, that was a huge move and then returned back. And today is triggers, but still it is on a positional monthly basis. And weekly trade. So these are all the weekly opportunities we have got it, and almost targeted trade is more than 9 to 10 stocks we got a targeted. And simply that entry point is a key point. After this entry, if it is a retracement opportunity or a continuation, breakout, whatever the thing which you plan, you can use for this using this Google Sheet. And maybe next week you will be completely getting the newer stocks for a next week opportunity. So the weekly opportunity, if I'm following for a weekly basis, I'm just going to take a 1 or 2 stocks. It's good enough. I'm not suggesting you to take all the stocks. We need to focus on quality stocks, and we have some filter conditions. So after 9:30, that should be one filter. A new breakout only we are going to focus. That may be a filtering out some stocks. Today we wrongly entered in the stock like I think HAL or Dixon, someone which I have entered wrongly before 9:30 triggers your trigger. Sorry, yeah, I think Dixon. So here you can see fresh breakout, but before 9:30. But unfortunately, I was taken. But no problem. So maybe the chances for a positional one, and I know my stop losses. So this is what the conditions which I'm using for. This condition will filter out some stocks and ignore the false breakout stocks. Okay, and one more thing. So fresh breakout we are taking and illiquid stocks. Illiquid stocks also I'm going to avoid that, and if I'm avoiding that illiquid stocks, some stocks will be removed from the list. And finally, we get a perfect list of stocks by using our Google Sheet. And finally, we got at some opportunities on intraday fresh breakouts, and you can go quality stocks. Monthly positional also the same which you are doing. Maruti is still on the same price. Ultratech given you 50, 60, I think more than 90 points, and then return back. And REC, such a good move, and then return back. And one more stock RBL, so such a huge move, again it down, and few days back also it given you a lot of 2 or 3 times entry given the same price. And some stocks MCX which we are not taken, and ICICI Prudential, so from 25 to 40 plus, now it has returned back. So let me look at this. How, if you are tracking this, you will be understood. ICICI Prudential 470 and 470 call option, we are taken this month, monthly and weekly. And look at this, entry price is around 25 and then it went up to 45. So more than 50 to 60% increase, and now it is moving down because last 2 days market is started moving. Whenever target is achieved, then that's no worries about the trades. So I hope you understood the concepts, and if you want to learn more, just ping me in the comment box. And thank you for watching, and if you are not subscribing the channel, kindly hit the subscribe button. Thank you so much. Thanks for watching this video, and thank you very much.